Bananas are one of our best loved fruits. We eat 5 billion of them a year in the UK. This is a story about some of the people who produce bananas for us in a country called Panama, and their journey to getting a fairer deal, supported by Fairtrade. The story starts over 100 years ago. The United Fruit Company started exporting bananas from Panama. By the 1950s, the banana industry was flourishing, but just one company controlled all banana production. While they profited from this industry, thousands of workers received very low wages, and entire communities often lived in poverty. Quito Quintero was one of the leaders of Coobana. He started working on banana plantations at the age of 10 and taught himself to read and write because he didn't have the opportunity to go to school. Things are very different now for his community. The big change started in 1991 when 74 courageous workers decided enough was enough and took their future into their own hands. They negotiated a bank loan and bought the land they were farming, and Coobana Banana Cooperative was born. But despite now owning the land, they were locked into 10-year contracts with one company.
It was hard for the people, a lot of desperation. The cooperative wasn't able to make progress. It made people feel disheartened, and it was difficult to carry on working positively. We had to encourage people, because otherwise it wasn't possible to survive.
Nevertheless, we kept fighting for the organisation to see better days. Bit by bit, we paid off the loan by working and sweating, and we started the fight to break the monopoly.
Coobana wasn't breaking even due to one thing: the price of bananas. There was no escape. Coobana dared to become independent. It felt like a suicidal step, but we had to find a way to overcome this position.
They found a way to take their bananas to a port in neighbouring Costa Rica for export, and in 2010 they were able to start selling on Fairtrade terms to a new buyer. Their bananas arrived on the shelves of the Co-op in the UK.
Coobana got a contract with better prices and the benefits of Fairtrade. With Fairtrade there is a high social component. A better price and this Fairtrade premium allowed us to improve our lives, and it allowed us to carry on farming.
Before Fairtrade, living conditions were extremely basic for most workers and their families. Mateo and his wife and children used to live in just one small room in a house shared with other families.
Before, we lived in a situation with 3 to 5 families sharing the same toilet. Today, thanks to Coobana and Fairtrade, we have benefited so much we cannot forget, and it is reflected in the house we live in today. You can see the bigger room now with bunk beds just for my 2 sons.
To date, almost 200 workers have received a grant from the Fairtrade Premium to transform their home. Education is another area where Coobana invests its Fairtrade Premium. Dinora's son Fidel studies at one of the most prestigious agricultural universities in Latin America, supported by a grant. This is what has made the most impact for me. My son's studies were the most important thing, so to see him moving up filled me with pride. Thank you, Coobana. Thank you, Fairtrade. Coobana has also supported schools in the area with chicken coops and allotments, which provide nutritious food for the children. Selling the excess also provides income. Through Coobana and Fairtrade, we are achieving something which is for the community, for the children. This is very beautiful. They have also invested the premium into farm improvements.
We are completing a renovation of all of the farms to get a better production. What do we think of Fairtrade? We think that without it, we wouldn't have been able to get to this stage.
Everything that we have fought for here is to benefit everyone who is involved with Coobana.
Fairtrade is freedom, it's dialogue, it's sustainability, it's empowerment, it's everything for us in a world that's so competitive.
My message for all of the countries in Fairtrade is that united we can do this and much more, that we can help more people, that we can help more communities. This is just a glimpse into the story of Coobana and how, by choosing Fairtrade, you can open doors for more farmers and workers, enabling them to overcome deep-rooted inequalities and transform their communities. Come on in to Fairtrade.